I want you to be crushing a side hustle, and in order for that to happen, you have to have a place to put your weekly to-do list to move into your daily to-do list. So more than to-do lists, you need momentum in all of these to-do lists. You can't get stuck. You can't stop. And this requires effort. This requires stick-to-itiveness. This requires commitment. And I'm going to show you a free tool that will help you to log all of these amazing ideas in your head and get them out, and then get them into a plan so that you can do them this week or next week, and then get them onto this day and that day, and we're going to crush this together. We've got quite a few things here. This is called Trello. I'll put a link in the description. This is probably the most important one. We'll go over that last. And then we have ideas. Important. This is kind of the weekly to-do list. We have a today to-do list. We have a waiting card. We have a done column, using different words for all this stuff. Sorry about that. And we have an archive column. And the goal is to be moving things from idea into this week, into today, into possibly waiting, into back in today, into done, and then into archived. So that these things move around and you feel that you get stuff done. Whenever this right here gets full of things, it helps you stick to it because you can look back and say, what did I do today? It felt like I did nothing. I got nothing accomplished. And you're like, oh, I did this, this, and this. That's fantastic. So it keeps you in the game. And because if you don't quit, you win. And this is going to help you to not quit. So a couple things here. I threw a few ideas out here. To be really, really honest, this is hard, like I said, but this is going to, the first time that you get into this, the first time that you do this, you're going to, a week later, be like, that was dumb, that was worthless, okay? This has a mobile app, and it also has, obviously, the desktop. And I want you to kind of commit to this for, I don't know, 30, 45 days, something to that extent. Because the first time that I have empty boards that I have used in the past that never did anything. And I use a paid tool now called River. You don't need it because it's for team building. I have employees and stuff. But it's the same kind of thing. These tandem boards, I think is what they're called. So, for example, build a website. You want to do that. But build a website requires many, many, many steps. You can do that this way. You can add a checklist, so you can add home page. You can add, home page. You can add words. You can add images. You can add about page. You can add blog. Okay, but what happens whenever you do this is that this build a website task, it gets stuck on today or this week, and you don't have a lot of the momentum thing that makes you feel better and makes you keep this game going. So as opposed to build a website, I break it up into smaller steps. So I have do a logo, design the homepage, write the homepage words. So these are all steps in the build a website process. And today I can actually do the logo and write the homepage words, but I can't also design the homepage, and I can't also create the opt-in. So those are still here in the weekly to-do list. And then whenever I design the logo, that's what this waiting column is for. If I want to get a graphic designer to make it perfect, okay, on Fiverr or something to that extent, then I will put it in this waiting column because these words are done, and I can't design my homepage until my logo's done. So I might go on to building a treehouse or whatever is next on my to-do list. But this way here, whenever you have it sitting here, you're not going to forget about it. You're going to be, I was waiting on that logo. Let me check with the logo guy to see where the process is with the logo. Otherwise, you forget. The ball gets dropped, and that's kind of the main goal, is to not have the ball get dropped on any of these amazing ideas. Create a sock glove. I mean, that's an awesome idea. And so that's what this waiting column is for. Is for the logo. It's for waiting for someone else to do something. So whenever I get the logo back, then I can do the design, the homepage, then I can create the opt-in, and then I can move all this stuff over to done. Okay. Same thing with a treehouse. If I build a treehouse on my to-do list, that's going to take me 4 to 7 days, and if it's my side hustle for my family, then it's going to take me probably 4 weeks, something to that extent. So I have buy wood, design the treehouse, build the base, build the sides. Okay, all these little ideas, because today I can design the treehouse and I can buy the wood, but I can't build the base and build the sides of the treehouse today. So I will get those guys done. And then the next time that I have 2 hours to put into this treehouse build, or 4 hours, whatever it is, then I'll be able to build the base and build the sides, and then we'll be able to get those done. Okay? So that's the goal, is momentum, is forward progress every week, every day, logging all of your ideas that you want to put into a to-do list and getting momentum and actualizing, realizing these things. Okay. So brained up. This is simply a idea list. So if I have, I get an idea to write a blog about work from home. Okay. And I get an idea to clean my storage room, Keen storage room. And have that in here twice. You can just delete these guys. Okay. So this is a brain dump. Anytime I have an idea, I also use Google Keep. So that might be a good thing to show. But Google Keep is a real simple notepad thing. So on my video ideas mainly is what I use, and my Instagram hashtags. I'll put a link to that video. It's a powerful tool to grow your life. So Google Keep is something else that I use in addition to this Trello thing, in addition to River, my pay tool. But okay, then this thing right here. Whenever you podcast is one that I have on my stuff board. So podcast requires you to have your title and your album and all of these things synchronized. So I'll have podcast template. I forget what I call it, but in that I have my description. I have album title, 417 local. I forget these. So this is why I have this stuff thing. 417 local stories. I forget exactly what I called it. And then I'll have artist is 417 local, and description. I forget what all I have in here, but there's like 6 or 7 things that I have to put in every single podcast to keep all this synchronous, to keep all this synchronized on my podcast. And so if people download it, it's all in the same album and all clean and concise. And so that's where I have these kinds of things, is these kind of permanent. I want to use this. I will use this ongoing as a blog template. Another great thing that in the beginning was a YouTube SEO checklist. So whenever you publish a YouTube video, there's 9 steps. There is the keyword in video file. Keyword. Okay, so I'll have this kind of list of things that I need to remember doing as I'm learning how to do this YouTube SEO thing, as I'm learning the blog optimization things, as I'm learning the Instagram optimization things. And so I will have these important kind of things that resources is maybe a good word for it, saved over here. Then I might have a YouTube video populated. I don't have YouTube up yet, but if I had a YouTube video that walked me through this SEO checklist, then I could paste that YouTube video in this description, or I could paste it as a comment. So YouTube vid here, and then youtube.com/. Okay, and so then that is here always for me to go back to and look at my YouTube SEO checklist. So big deal. To-do lists are tough to, the main one is to not have things fall off of your to-do list, to not forget about them, to not forget whenever you send it to the wife to approve or you send it to a designer, to not forget about it. And that waiting column saves that. And then before you even start working on them, these brain dumps, getting all those logged, and a place like this, Trello, is free, is really powerful to get momentum. And that's what we're doing, is disciplines, habits on Preferable Life to help you live out your passions and change the world in the unique way that you have inside of you to do. If you have any questions on this productivity thing, leave me a comment below. If you have a tool that you like better than Trello, leave me a comment. I'd love to know, and especially if it's free. I'm Josh, PreferableLife.com. Hit subscribe. Videos come out a week to help you live your preferable life. Catch you on the next one.